got to get all this water out. It looks so cool. We're gonna reuse these somewhere.
To kind of disguise that pump completely.
This is a big old arch.
But this looks absolutely incredible.
What is going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video. Today is a big day. It's rescaping my entire shark pond. As a matter of fact, we've already started. But yesterday is when this whole entire thing began. Alrighty, folks, look what arrived while I was in the office today. We're working on a warehouse, which you'll see this warehouse soon. Look at this piece right here. I can't even imagine how crazy that arch looks. So in just a little bit, we're gonna unwrap all of this tomorrow, which is just in a few seconds for you. Lots of rock came from Caribsea. Big shout out to Caribsea. They provide all the rock and, you know, substrate for these aquariums. I actually have so much leftover sand. Look at all that leftover sand under here for the next saltwater pond. But we made this reef scape with their rock, and the arches are just incredible. Look at that. This scape came out sweet. We did this a couple months ago with Tommy, and the fish have been loving this pond. And then over here, I have just a little bit of it. You can see it here, over there. Very, very good stuff. So folks, if you're looking for rock or substrate of some sort, Caribsea, they've got you covered. But as you can see, we've got lots to unravel tomorrow, and the water is currently going down on the shark pond. I've got to get it low enough to scape. These fish are just gonna stay in it for the night. I'll throw an aerator on it. They'll be good. It's still gonna be like this deep, which is plenty for them. Yeah, then tomorrow we'll get into action, and I'll probably scoop the fish out then. I don't know. It's unfortunate we got to get rid of this structure, but you know, we got to do what we got to do, and I want these sharks ASAP. If I was to try to rebuild this or find lobster traps that I could buy, we might not see the sharks for another month or two, which I got to get these sharks there. I've been so impatiently waiting long enough. This is going to look absolutely insane, I promise. Anyways, I've got to get all this water out so then we can get the structure out. That is about as low as I'm gonna get it tonight. It actually took a heck of a lot longer to get down to the bottom. So tomorrow morning, I'll take the structure out and lower the water a little bit more. And then Tommy will be here so that we can get all this new structure into the pond. A little cleaner wrasse swimming around. Guys, it's the next morning. We've got the water down just about to where we're gonna keep it. So the fish have a few inches of water, like 4 or 5 inches of water. Tommy's here.
Howdy, Paul.
And we are unboxing all of our rock. The first rock we pulled out is an epic rock. Look at this. Look at those ledges right there. So we should be able to make something really, really cool out of this. We're thinking about just the same exact height as the crates were. So from about here, obviously, to about 4 feet up, and then maybe a little bit shorter and more like design coming up. So we've got plans for sure to make this look insane, of course, but who knows what it'll come out like, because I'll tell you what, Tommy has a better vision of what it's gonna look like than I do. When we built this reef one in here, as he was scaping it, I did not expect it to look like this. It came out so good. So I'm very excited to see what the shark pond comes out like. Definitely a different vibe though, because sharks would get stuck in something like this. We got to go a little bit bigger. That right there is an arch. A massive arch.
Jeez.
That's a heavy rock.
Yeah, it is.
This is like one of your favorite days at work, huh?
Oh, I love aquascaping.
For those of you that are wondering, why are we taking this wood out of the pond to put rock? Well, here's what happened. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we did a water test. Not only the API water test that came back pretty good, but we did an ICP test, which is like a deep dive into the water. I mean, it is about the best test you could do, right?
Yeah.
For your pond. We did one of those. You have to ship the water out and everything. And Tommy came back with some news that our copper was high. Now, it's not the end of the world. You can keep some fish, but for sharks, stingrays, and stuff like that, you don't want any copper at all. So what we did, and invertebrates, right?
Yeah.
Don't want it for invertebrates either. It'll just kill all 3 of those things. So what we did was take a piece of wood out of the pond. We literally ripped that piece of wood right there off of it, because this is the only thing we could think of that was making the copper rise. Well, Tommy, tell them what happened.
So once it dried out, it had these like green and blue flakes running through it, which is it's a copper that's used to pressure treat the wood as a preservative.
I told Hector not to use pressure treated wood. Hector used pressure treated wood and didn't say anything. So I'm not gonna blame it on Hector. Hector crushed it. He did such a good job with this.
They look beautiful.
And they look so good. Don't they look amazing?
Yeah.
He did very, very good. But unfortunately, they're pressure treated wood, not realizing that. And I saw a lot of comments saying that that looks like pressure treated wood, which I then did this test. So shout out to y'all, you kind of pointed it out, and obviously we realized all this together. And now we're making the smart move before we get a $7,500 shark and many more sharks and invertebrates and eels and stuff like that in here. We're gonna make the right move first and do it the right way. Although this is cool, we could probably do this again with regular wood. One, it was a bit of money and labor to build that. And 2, the regular wood still has another possibility to do the same exact thing again, like pine wood. All these different woods could still seep out stuff that would rise copper, and I don't want to even...
Or other toxic chemicals.
Or other toxic chemicals, and I don't even want to deal with it. I just want to get this thing scaped because I want my sharks probably just as much as you want the sharks. So that's the sole purpose of why we're doing it. Now, what we're doing today is to essentially tell you, the water just got drained, of course. We have this coming out here in a minute. And then after this comes out, we put the rock and glue all of our new scape in, and then I can have water get filled back up. But to fill it up, it's gonna be 2 truckloads. So it'll be a little bit till we have full water again. But this is going to look insane. So stick along, be ready for the coolest scape ever, and then we're gonna have all this done in today's video. First things first though, we gotta unbox all of our rock from Caribsea because we've gotta pretty much lay it all out here to understand what we're working with. I'm holding my GoPro in here because I don't want to drop a expensive camera in the water. So we're gonna be filming on this while I'm inside the pond. Here you go. Lots of these. I got these on Amazon for those wondering. If anyone was wondering where the heck I got these, Amazon. Folks, look at this thing. It looks so cool. We're gonna reuse these somewhere. Maybe it's in the yard for like decoration. It would look really cool in the middle of like our landscape or something out back. I definitely don't want to waste these. They will be put to use somewhere on the farm. I literally went back to get my main camera. I come back and this man Tommy has literally full scape. Well, not full scape, but I mean, he did a lot. All right, what are we thinking, Tommy? Because this looks sweet.
So I'm thinking, I don't like the way that this comes here and then curves away from it at like a, you know, that.
It's like unnatural.
Yeah, it doesn't look. So I think if we fill in a little bit here, maybe a rock like that, put something else in there just to kind of distract from that. And then we fill in just a little bit here, taper this out there.
Yeah.
Make it look more like a continuous piece of the reef. I think
100%.
really nice.
I agree.
It's gonna be a simpler scape.
Yeah.
Because of the sharks.
That's the whole goal though. We just want some structure for the smaller fish, eels, and stuff that we plan to get, lobster and stuff. And then for the most part, the sharks will have something they can also go around in.
Surprisingly, the simpler scapes are often more complex because you have to like figure out how to make something
out of nothing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we are. This is what they sent last time, right?
Yep.
Caribsea Rock Lock.
Stock it at the shop.
Yeah, you have it at the shop?
We do.
Sweet. The Rock Lock is a 2-minute reef cement. I mean, it literally cements your rock together. Within a 2 to 5 minute period, everything is completely dry and you're ready to kind of continue off because our goal is, we were just speaking about it off camera, a lot of these, I'm like to call them ledge rock, which is like the flatter rock right here. A lot of these flatter rocks will be used to essentially build off our existing structure. So we'll have those coming off the sides here, and that'll just make it look like very realistic and lots of ledges, which is almost like if you go off the bank in Hawaii or something on an island, you'll see how the ledges drops off. That's like kind of what we want to mimic here, and the sharks can go up under those ledges and spend a lot of time in the structure as well as out of the structure. And if you look, although this is open now, the sharks will get stuck in something like this, so we'll have to pile in some smaller rock. And I love the big arch. Those arches Caribsea has are just insane. Tommy, what do you think of the structure so far?
I think it looks great, and I'm really glad that you're drawn to the aesthetic of the double cave.
Yes, I love the double cave logo. Looks awesome.
Seems to be really speaking to you.
Yeah, look at that. Even that arch right there, Tommy. The small arch sitting like that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and look, this little eel cave right here. That's a perfect little eel cave. I want a green moray. I'm just afraid of the green moray jumping out, you know?
Yep.
That's like one of my fears with the green moray.
But it's such an awesome eel.
I know.
The personality.
Green moray they have the personality. They're green, it looks like Hulk. They're green. And they're just aggressive looking, and I really like the green moray. I don't know, let us know what kind of eels you'd want to see inside the shark pond. It's obviously something that will be done about a month down the road, 2 months down the road. So let us know in the comments down below. I did ask you guys what we should do over there in the last video for a pond. Right over here, since this is freed up now and we brought a lot of this stuff to the new warehouse, this is going to be a pond next. And there were some comments about fresh water, and I couldn't agree more. I think we have enough salt water in the building for now. This has got to just be a massive freshwater pond of some sort, whether it's community, and I saw some of those comments, or it's the predatory, or it's like a discus or something totally new, or even the turtle pond. I saw a lot of comments on doing a turtle pond. Tommy, what do you think?
single beta.
One single beta fish for the entire thing. That would be brilliant. That's what I like to call great content.
Call him Waldo.
Waldo. And then you gotta find him.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Every time someone comes over, they gotta find Waldo in the 4,000 gallon aquarium that he's in. You know what? Maybe that'll just cure me from all my haters back in the day when I did a 5-gallon beta tank. I'll just make a 4,000 gallon and then they can't say that I put him in too small of an aquarium anymore. Right?
They probably still will.
They will. That's too small for that beta fish. 4,000 gallons, they need at least 4,005. Yeah, that looks really good. This is the rock lock. Oh, Tommy's phone's ringing. So this is gonna turn into cement by mixing some water with it. And then it'll actually dry. Obviously the cement will dry the rock together, but it won't look like anything but just another piece of the rock. So it really blends in all of your rock structure very, very well. Considering this rock is very capable of falling apart, you definitely need cement rock, which is rock lock, in order to get this stuff all to stay together. So I think you use some of this too, which is the epoxy, right?
Yeah, and on a big structure like this, I'm just using that to like hold it in place
pretty much
while I'm gluing other stuff.
Gotcha. Yep. We've actually got Caribsea on the way. They'll be here at 2 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock right now to bring us some more rock. We're gonna start working on this left side here, but we really want to get a little bit higher. So we have them coming with another cave, another 36-inch arch, so we can stack another cave here and go with 36 across instead of a 24, which these are the 24s. And then we have another 3 24s coming. We're gonna work something this way. So this is gonna be just a massive structure here. And it'll be here around 2 o'clock. So we've got a couple hours to spare and work on this one side. Once this is done though, it should be time for all that to arrive. We have to work on this side. This is a big old arch. Big arch. Well, that's not even big. Wait till you see this one. That's just a little bit bigger. Wait till you see this one. That's just a little bit bigger. Wait till you see this one. Oh, look at the size of that thing. While Tommy's working on the main scape, I decided I wanted to disguise our little wave maker over here. So I just been starting to stack rock up. Nothing crazy, we could glue this after. To kind of disguise that pump completely. And now it'll just be able to just right out, and it looks like it's coming out of the rock. And this will also be another structure for some of the smaller fish, which I know will love this. He's been working on this scape right here for quite some time now, over an hour, to make this ledge right here. And if I go from the window and show you like this, you can see that ledge. Now we gotta remove these rocks right here, and if it doesn't stay with these removed, we spent an hour for nothing. Or should I say Tommy spent an hour for nothing. So fingers crossed, let's move these rocks.
All right, Paul, are we going for it?
We're going for it.
Woo.
Let's see.
Woo.
Are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous. It's a lot of work. I want to do it again. Oh.
Oh.
All right, now hold on. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Is it moving?
I can't tell from here. That scape looks awesome though, I'll tell you that. We're good.
I think we're good.
We are solid. You did a great job, Tommy.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I had great rocks to work with.
That's amazing, dude. Sweet. Now, we do have more showing up any minute. It's almost 2 now. It is 1:50. 10 minutes, we're gonna have some more rock to show up, and we'll get working on this right side. But that left side is looking swell. Oh, the new rock just showed up. We actually just had to move all this in here. Look at the size of that rock. Tommy, you got that?
That's a nice piece of rock right
Holy
there.
smokes.
Now if that rock...
Squat. That is a straight up workout rock.
Oh wow, it's all broken.
Oh. Tommy, we're gonna glue this together. Oh, and I dropped it, it broke in half.
Oh no.
Yep.
Clean and unacceptable.
Right in half. I dropped this when we first walked up. I didn't have enough hands. I dropped it. That's a half a cave.
Yeah.
Oh dang, I can't believe I literally dropped that. Right when we walked in too.
Look at that though, dude.
Oh yeah, it's still a good
That's
big
a
old
nice
cave.
rock. It could be just...
We can use that.
You should tell them. They should start making half caves.
Half caves.
Yeah.
Caribsea if you're watching.
PC cave.
Big shout out to Chris for driving out and dropping off some of this extra rock that we needed, because he drove 45 minutes here, 45 minutes back home, just to get us some extra rock to make this scape perfect. Shout out to you, Chris, from Caribsea. Thank you very much. We've got a couple more big arcs. It looks better like that? I knew I dropped it for a reason. We're about to get started on the right side of the Scape, which is behind Tommy here, if you could see. Right yonder, stretching across the big old arc. And then we'll build off of that. But that ledge looks incredible. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it ties everything together. Yes, Tommy. Yes. And then we just build off of it, similar to this side. We do the same thing off each side right there, maybe a little on the top. And folks, that right there is the Scape for the shark pond. We're gonna see in just a second. I might have to hop in there and help him. Let me help him. Watch yourself.
Is that all she wrote?
That's pretty good.
You heard Tommy's voice right there.
Oh, that locks in right there. You see that?
I did it on purpose. Just to let you guys know, I have built every inch of this Scape behind me so far. Tommy has definitely not been in this pool for 2.5 hours.
Longer than that now, bro.
Yeah, honestly, this has been a process. Big shout out to Tommy. I really haven't done much. But there's a reason why we get the man for the job, because he knows what he's doing. He can build beautiful Scapes. You've seen his work in the past. And I really wanted this to look really good for our sharks. So Tommy from Tank Ignitions is doing it. He's doing it. And that looks amazing. That's a great piece there, once it's glued. Look at those Scapes from in the pond. It looks a heck of a lot better. That is crazy. And we're still gonna be building off this side here. Just as I was a little bit nervous whether this is gonna be cooler than the crates, I think I like this better already.
I think I do too.
And it's so sick because the fish are gonna be able to just meow. There is the little spider off the sides I was talking about. So we just put this arch here, and now the goal is, since it's a full continuous thing, this is insane, it looks insane. Now we can start doing ledges off the side of everything, and it'll essentially all look like that, but this entire Scape.
I mean, honestly, that looks sick. I won't lie, that might be it right there.
All right, folks. We're sitting here just talking, chatting, trying to figure out. It really is cool. Tommy's the brain behind a lot of it, but we have 4 different people here to bounce opinions on and off of. So it is unique to get different ideas from different people and different perspectives, and then we figure out the best look. So we're gonna see what we can do up top to kind of finish it, because it looks a little too arch. We want to like offset the top there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. All right, folks, as much as I could say that I didn't really, I mean, we all participated in a way, but Tommy did the Scape. It looks absolutely amazing. It's not fully complete. We got to glue it all, and then we'll give you the final like reveal, but my goodness, that looks insane. Tommy, what do you think? Good?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. This looks insane. Over here, I did do this, and I'm gonna be honest, it looks incredible. I know you can't see it, but there's a wave maker inside there. Instead of it just being on a piece of concrete, I added some, how about we? No, Tommy did a great job with this, but I'm just messing around. I did do this while he was doing so, and it came out nice. So the wave maker is now in here, inside all the rock, and we'll get this glued. It'll hide that. We have a nice little structure there, and a nice little structure, or should I say nice little structure there, and a big old structure here. This looks incredible. All right, and I don't think we forgot about our barnacles that I've probably been calling oysters the entire time, if that's not the same. Is that the same thing?
It's almost the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Tommy, it's almost the same thing, all right?
Barnacles.
I'll let it slide.
We have our artificial barnacles, and we're gonna get these glued down as well as the rock right now since we're gluing. So I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I'm gonna find somewhere to put them. Oh, that fit perfect. Good?
I think that looks pretty solid.
Each of them are fairly spread out from each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which this, I think the 5th one right here is my favorite. 6, 7, 8. Just gotta get them glued down now and we're good to go. The barnacles are on the Scape. Well, that's a wrap, folks. I mean, we're pretty much done. It's all glued. This is the back, and the back we didn't show much of, but it's thick. Like, it's got a lot of structure for these fish to go in and out of. And once I get eels and sharks in, as a matter of fact, there's actually one of our Sergeant Majors right there up against the rock already. But this looks absolutely incredible. Lots of places for these fish to hide. I mean, so many. Look at all the little different holes. Lots of different caves, ledges. Y'all saw us pretty much put this entire thing together, obviously. So you see, you know. I mean, you watched it all piece by piece go together, so you know what we're saying. But this looks absolutely incredible. Tommy, Knuckles, brother. You absolutely crush this. That just looks insane. I love this ledge, and it's right nice front and center in front of this window, which is nice. I can't wait. Now we're ready. We're gonna be, once we fill this up, we're gonna be ready, huh?
Ready for what?
We're gonna do a water test, and then once the copper's gone, we're gonna be ready for sharks.
Yep.
Who's at my house? Look who's here. What do you think? How do we look? Yeah. Looks good, right? And outside we come to the giant truck full of 4,000 gallons of salt water. Full truck today, eh?
Yep.
There it goes. Right to there. And underground all the way to the fish building in the backyard. Hi, Mrs. Mia. Look at you all pretty hanging out in the grass.
Did y'all see that?
There we go. Unfortunately, I figured that was gonna happen. The other one already came off and I peeled it while I was doing the Scape. But I gotta get that paint off that window now. Regardless, it lasted a little bit longer than I thought it would. We're filling up though. It's gonna be cloudy as heck for the first couple hours. Y'all know the gist of it. It's usually pretty cloudy for the first bit, and then it gets nice and clear overnight. As you can see, the water is actually very clear. You saw Sergeant Major. The water is very clear compared to what I thought it'd be. And this looks amazing. Look at the water coming out of this rock structure right here. It's gonna look sweet. You won't even notice it, right?
It's insane.
And as you can see, plenty of flow. We now have this one's gonna be flowing, the UV filter, the UV over there. That will be flowing out of here this way. I turned it from going that way to this way. So it'll just be flying in circles. This is definitely the clearest batch of water I have ever received from Charlie. Straight out of Miami Intercoastal. This thing, it's like, it's almost clear red. Well, not really. It's gonna take a little bit. I'll probably pick up the camera in a few hours, if not tomorrow, but take a look. There it is, full of water. I mean, full of water. What in the? Oh, Tommy's in his quarantine tub, you dirty. Pond is full. It's a complete mission successful. I can't wait to see all this when it's like clear. Like that's gonna be the craziest view in like just a few hours. So, I'll see you then. Wow, folks. It's the next day. Look at this Scape. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know. I was skeptical whether I was gonna like it more than the wood. Way better, way better. Take a look at this. It looks so real. Now, it's still getting clear, keep in mind, but look at that ledge. That's the most incredible ledge. It looks so real. The little Sergeant Major is coming by. Wow, folks, I could not be happier. They're all hanging out by the window. It's gonna take probably another day or two to fully clear, but we can actually do another water test as soon as possible, and in about a week or two, get our sharks, which is huge news. I'm so excited to get these dang sharks. It's been too long. If you remember, we went to New York, we got our shark. We named it after Dylan, who bought the shark for us. Big shout out to you, Dylan, I know you're watching. And now we're about to get this zebra shark delivered to the farm. And then after that, blacktip sharks. It's gonna be awesome. Lots of different fish are gonna be put in this. This is our biggest saltwater pond yet. That Scape, A1, Tommy, A1. You crushed that. Crushed that. You can see the big ledge here. It comes up, it's got another ledge going up there. It comes even higher than the wood did, I believe. Maybe a little bit lower. And then all the way wraps around and the legs come out. Like, it's just, it's picture perfect, man. I couldn't have asked for a better Scape, that's for sure. Folks, I don't know what else to say other than that was probably one of the most fun times I've ever had scaping. We were cracking jokes. Tommy's a good guy. He did an amazing job, and big shout out to you, Tommy. And a big shout out to Caribsea, of course. Like, they literally hooked it up with all the rock, and they actually hooked it up with all the substrate, the sand in that pond as well. And of course for the reef pond too. So all the rock and sand in this entire building for salt water has been through Caribsea, so big shout out to them. If you're looking for any of that, it's all linked down in the description down below. Description? It's all linked down in the description down below. I mean, I really wonder, I wanna like jump in. When I get sharks, I'm gonna save it for when I get sharks, because when I get blacktip sharks, I'm swimming with them. For sure, it's happening. If I should swim with my blacktip sharks, smash the like button, let me know down in the comments. Scape is done, it's complete. I mean, we literally are one step closer to the sharks. And we did it the right way. Thanks for watching. Check out the PC merch, top link in the description. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.